What is up, guys? Dad Dash here, and I'm coming to you with an update on my top dasher situation. So, right now, things are still pending, but I wanted to share with you the craziness of what it's like to deal with dasher support. Now, I also want to give you a tip as well because, as I got some feedback from a lot of you, there was a lot of feedback stating that DoorDash was going to give me the runaround, and they were attempting to, but I continued to fight, and I'm going to share with you the conversation I had with Dasher support today that was the breakthrough conversation. So let's jump into that.
Hi, thank you for waiting.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Hi, I really do appreciate your patience in this one.
Sure.
So yeah, going back, you're concerned the reason why it showed for the month of July, your acceptance rate for the month of July is 67%, and as for the month of
Wow, just got disconnected again. All right, let's call them back. We are not giving up.
DoorDash support. My name is Kim. How can I help you?
Yes. I was calling in because I was just on the phone with Jace and we got disconnected. He had put me on hold for probably about 15 minutes and he was in the middle of giving me an explanation and it just cut off. So I'm hopeful we can get back to what he was telling me because he was trying to figure out an issue because I'm having an issue with my app right now that I've been trying to call in. I keep getting disconnected in the middle of the conversations after long holds. So it's a bit frustrating, but hopefully this time we can get it solved. But the issue I'm having with the app is my app is not, I guess, I discovered it yesterday when I was on the phone with a separate issue, but there's an issue with my ratings on my phone not matching what's in the system. And we've been trying to get it figured out, and nobody can quite figure out what we need to do to get it figured out. So I'm hoping we can figure it out. I guess the first thing I wanted to do was, maybe he figured it out for me. I don't know. I wanted to just confirm what my ratings are on your end, and then try to figure out, see if maybe he updated. Like I said, he was in the middle of explaining some stuff, and it just cut off.
Oh, God. Okay.
So I guess.
Let me pull up your.
Yeah, absolutely, certainly. Whatever we need to do that.
Okay. So, about your request to check your ratings first, I see also that you've called us about this, and I see also that you've provided screenshots.
Oh yes.
Of the ratings.
Yep.
Just waiting for this to load.
Yeah, like I said, I've been on like troubleshooting call after trouble because, like I said, what happens is it's like I'll go on hold and we always get to the point where there's about to be an explanation or we're trying to work through an explanation and then the call cuts. So I don't know what's going on.
Only when you're calling DoorDash. Okay.
Yeah.
So your rating. Okay, so customer rating. This is what's showing on our end. Let's start first with the customer rating.
Sure.
4.99, and on the screenshot you sent me, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Acceptance rate, it's 67%, but on the screenshot you sent me, it's showing 70.
Correct.
So that's where the discrepancy.
That's the discrepancy we've been trying to figure out because now the gentleman previously, what we were working through was he said he had gone in and saw that it was 70 for July, but he was seeing 67 for June, which of course creates a whole nother set of questions because I haven't dashed since June 23rd. So, but he said, then he went in and said, upon looking, that's what he was trying to explain to me. But what we're trying to figure out, I mean, I have sent video of it, and my app reflects. The troubleshooting we worked through was deleting the app, which I did, clearing the cache in my app. I did. I have a personal iPhone, so I downloaded the app on the iPhone, went in and opened it up. It says 70% on the iPhone because that's what one of the reps had me do, just to see like if it was different on one. It still says 70 on my iPhone. I deleted that app, re-downloaded it, of course, as one rep had me do. It still said 70 on this one, and every time I log in, it gives me the greeting of, congratulations, you're at 70% and have first priority. And that's kind of where this whole concern is centering around is, well, number one, I want to be able to know that my rating screen is correct and accurate, but two, you know, am I getting priority or not, or what's the situation with that? You know, and on one of the things. So it's just bizarre because my app, when I log into the system on my side, whether it's an iPhone or an Android, brand new download or not, it's still showing 70. And then on your end, I'm told it's 67. And nobody can seem to figure out, or at least I don't know, the last gentleman, like I said, he was off for 15 minutes. So he said, talking to somebody, and was literally about to give me an explanation, and then we got disconnected. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Okay. I got it. So normally, there's actually not really an issue, but it takes actually some time for the ratings to be updated on the app. So it's going to show real time on our end, but it's going to be different on the app.
Well, I guess the issue that I'm trying to deal with here is that this has been the ratings since the 23rd of June. That's what
23rd.
Yeah, so it's see, this is the unique situation that we're in. This is why this is kind of like stumping everybody. I happen to be out of town. I went on vacation with my family. So the last time I dashed, and as I always do, I always will take a screenshot because I've been trying to keep at least 70% or higher because of the priority thing, right? So I always take a screenshot at the end. So I did that. So when I got back in yesterday, was when I arrived back home. I was out of the country. Besides one day I logged in on my iPhone just to double check everything, make sure everything was good. That was the day I had bought internet while I was out of the country. And but I haven't dashed. I haven't logged into the app at all. So this is literally, my app has stayed at 70%, and I have the screenshots from the 23rd and then the 24th because I did not end up dashing that day at all. And I taken a screenshot that day. That was the last day I was available to do it. I always would just kind of using DoorDash. Haven't dashed in a while. So I'm like, I want to get back, but I also am not wanting to get back until I know that the rating screen is accurate, and I don't want to have to be calling support or chat every hour and say, what's my acceptance rate? And
yeah, which I do get your point, because when I'm also checking your ratings for July, and technically since July started, this is the ratings that you're going to work for, especially if you want to be a top dasher for August.
Right.
Yeah, there is a discrepancy, because in July, like what I mentioned, this is the ratings to work in June. You ended up at 67%, and then July, even though you haven't dashed, which I can see here,
right.
Last time you dashed was in June 23rd.
Right.
It went up to 70%, so I guess that's also the ratings that you.
Well, see, that's what the gentleman.
I'll just be doing I'll be submitting a follow-up on this. I'll be sending an email. At least you have something.
Yeah, because see, that's the other thing I'm missing is the emails that I was referencing for you were all just a request for the screenshots. So I have yet to get an email like I have before. Like when I had a contract violation that had to get looked into because they were dinging me for when I left the restaurant, and I knew that. And then they went in and looked at it, and they're like, "Yeah, you're right. I can see where you arrived at, like 12:06, and left at 12:13, and yet the contract violation said I arrived at 12:13." And I got like an email confirmed this has been escalated, but in this case I never did. So then that was also part of my concern, was like, is this being escalated? Because I don't want this to just get fallen by the wayside, because I think we really have something that needs to be looked at here. And like I said, in the meantime, I'm not dashing or doing anything. So, I know it takes time, but I'm like, I want to make sure it's not just sitting there and, I'm going sick, 4 or 5 days without dashing, because we're trying to get this worked out. And I want to preserve the state of the account, because I think it's best for them to look at it as it is right now.
Correct. And I also sent you the email. Can you please check if you received it?
Actually, I will right now. I'm in my email. Let me go up here at DoorDash. So it says, "Thank you for reaching out about the issue with your ratings. I understand the importance of resolving your concern, and I've escalated your case to our DoorDash escalations team. The escalations team will need to verify your account to proceed." So, all right. So you need these. So you need me to send that back right now, then, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I can do. Yeah. No. Nobody sent me this. So whatever. This is definitely more beyond. This is definitely beyond what anyone else has sent, because I never got this request at all. So maybe, I guess, they didn't escalate. Maybe they were waiting. All right, guys. So that concludes the call. After that, I filled out that sheet, or the form that you saw, and then it was submitted, and she advised to check back within 24 hours and to keep track of my email. I wanted to share that with you because that was the first. Every other time I've been in contact with support, they've claimed they were escalating, they've had me send XY. I believe that email you saw, if you're not getting that email, then you are not submitting a true ticket. So, moral of the story is, if you have a support issue that deals with anything that support actually needs to be looking into, that is what you need to be receiving. If you haven't received the email where you have to verify your identity to get it to the escalation team, then you have not been escalated, which is probably why a lot of you have said, "I've called, it's this, it's that, I'm waiting." So we'll see what happens. We'll see if this is any different than anything else. So far, it's been about 4 hours and I've heard nothing. She said they were going to rush it and and try to get it rushed to get me back on the road, and they haven't done that, because she did advise, as you should have heard in the video, not to dash until this was worked out. So anyways, guys, that's the latest update. I'm still waiting, and I have not dashed yet. I will not dash until this is worked out. I apologize for the noise in the background, but I wanted to jump in here, give you this update, and the next time I talk to support or I get an update, I apologize. Or the next time I get an update, I will come in and let you guys know what is going on. Hopefully it will be that I will have got this situation worked out and resolved in my favor. As you heard in that video, and should have heard, she acknowledged that my acceptance rate right now on their side for July is in fact 70%. Yet showing for the 30th of June, it's 67, and I haven't dashed since the 23rd of June, and they cannot explain to me how my acceptance rate actually increased without me dashing. So we'll see where this goes. Guys, thanks for watching, and leave me a comment on your thoughts on the latest, and stay safe, stay profitable, and I'll talk to you soon.